Hello everybody, this is General Yanis, and today in Death Guard Tactics I will be looking at the new Death Guard Battleforce and looking at what it contains, if it's worth it, and how it is combining with, for example, the Combat Patrol box. So with no further ado, let's get started. So today, the 19th of November, the Battleforces new box sets announced for December from Warhammer community. 6 new battle forces, and one of them is Death Guard, and then we have Space Marines, Battle Sisters, we have the Adeptus Mechanicus, we have the Orcs and Necrons. So just focusing on the Death Guard box set and giving you my first thoughts about this new collection here that will be coming in December. So looking at the Plaguefester Warband contents, actually it's quite some good units we have here. We have let's say first we have the 7 Plague Marines. This is the multi-part box where you can build the special weapons. It's the same basically set that you had from the Combat Patrol box. Then we have the 3 Deathshroud Terminators, one of the my personal favorite units for in the elite slot, as you saw also if you saw my collection video. That could be something that I could be wanting to add in my collection. Of course, Plague Marines. I have sufficient numbers of the Plague Marines. Then we have 3 Mephitic Blight Haulers, the easy to build box, basically times 3. Those can also be quite useful, as you can use them in a unit of 3. If you could potentially have up to 9 in your collection and still be able to use them all. And then 1 Plague Burst Crawler, a must-have, I think, a must-have addition to Death Guard collection. As you saw in my collection, I have already 3, so not so useful for me. But then we have the Plague Marine Champion model with the Sassy Nurgle, and then we have the Plague Marine Icon Bearer, and basically those are sold separately in box, but basically it's just a Plague Marine, and you could build with a Plague Marine box set. You could make the you could make the Icon Bearer. You can do the champion with this configuration if you wanted. So you don't get anything special other than those are 2 cool looking models, and you get the Sassy Nurgle. But basically it could just have been that you just got nine Marines. There is no HQ. This is the first thing I noticed. No HQ choice, no Lord, no Plaguecaster. I think Plaguecaster would be optimal here. But other than that, seems like if you are a new player starting, it seems like a good expansion. If you've just started with the Combat Patrol didn't have any vehicles. Here you get some of the vehicles you need, some of the Deathshroud you need, but then you just get a bit more flavorful Plague Marines. So looking at the points and the real cost of the content, let's say, so we have I've gathered around that the total amount of points, depending on what weapons you do with your Plague Marines, is around 1,000 points of this group if you use everything. So you have 420 points of Mephitic Blight Haulers here, 175 points the Plague Burst Crawler, and around 200 points for the Plague Marines, depending on special weapons. You can even do it a bit higher. If you only want the bolters, it's only 150 points. And then the cost, I looked at the Games Workshop. If you buy all these things individually, basically you have a total cost in euro of 245, the US dollar 310 in the US, and then in Britain it's 185 pounds. If you bought everything. But if you just wanted, if you just omit the Icon Bearer and the Plague Marine Champions, you would be, let's say, this would go down to 250 or something, because as I said, it hinges a lot around if you like these models and you want to pay the equivalent of 20 euro, 30 US dollar to get a special looking Marine Champion that you already can build for the game anyway. Of course, Sassy Nurgle. Normally, I don't know about you, but the local gaming stores or other stores can sell the things with a discount. If you have a 20% discount or on the individual items here, you would be down to 200 euro, and we don't know what this box will be selling for. So it depends if it's actually good value. We'll have to wait to December to see what if there is a good discount to buy this box. So the main issue for me, I think it's if it's worth it, is like, would you consider this model worth the 20, 30, yeah, a 20 pounds, 20 euros, or 30 US dollars worth in the box? If you just a final check here, what can you build with it? If you, let's say, I'm assuming you are a new player, you started with a combat patrol box, and if you get this for Christmas, what can you build some decent list with it? What can you do? And basically the lack here is that you don't have so many HQ choices. You have Typhus here, and then that's it. So basically, you would go for a patrol still. So the Typhus as an HQ choice, then you can make two groups of 7 Plague Marines, one from this box, one from that box. You could add the Icon Bearer, you can make them 8 Plague Marines. There are 3 half Plague Marines here, you could do a bit more. But basically, let's say that you build some Plague Marine units with a lot of extra weapons. You can use 20 of the Poxwalkers here because we are run out of troop slots for the patrol. And the 3 Deathshroud, the Biologus Purifier in the elite slot. Then you have the 3 Mephitic Blight Holders in the fast attack. So you can make, let's say, 1 unit of 2 and 1 unit of 1. You could also make 1 unit of 3, but I think for this smaller list, it's better to have 2 units. And then in the heavy support, you'll do the Plaguebeast Scroller with the Entropy cannon. So basically, this comes up to 1474 points. So you almost, yeah, you have a 1500. If you get both of those, you can make a 1500 point patrol. That's okay, decent. You have some okay shooting, you have some Plague Marines, etc. It's not the super competitive list, but you can build something. If you have a Plaguecaster, maybe you could say that I'll make this the Plague Marine champion as a Chaos Lord look-alike, but you can't use them together with Typhus in the same detachment, so it's difficult to make a battalion. If you have a Plaguecaster, or if you kit bash something to say this is my Plaguecaster, then it opens up for you to go for a battalion. You can add the 10 more Poxwalkers in the troops. You will have 4 troops. You can add a bit more Plague Marines. You will be coming up a bit more than let's say 1600 points or something like that. So, but you are not at the 2000 point mark. So summary and final thoughts. This quick first glance. I think it's a nice looking box with some strong units. If you don't have it, a Plaguebeast Scroller, Deathshroud Terminators, and some Mephitic Blight Holders could fit in any collection. Of course, if you already have a very big collection, then probably the box is nothing for you. The big question also is what will the retail price be, if it's going to be a good deal, or if you just buy things individually and omit, for example, these 2 champions if you don't worth it. Seems to me like a good addition for a new collector that has started with a combat patrol box and looking at what next. Some of these units, as I said, really good to have in the collections. The combat patrol box was suffering, in my opinion, that it didn't have any vehicles. Here you get 4 vehicles and some Terminators, so that's useful. But I would really have liked if I think for new players it would be really great if a Plaguecaster was included. Then you would have a better started collection, giving you 2 HQ choices, Typhus and a Plaguecaster, and you could make battalions and stuff like that. So this concludes the rather short review of the Battleforce. What do you think about this collection? What are your thoughts? Anything you think I've missed? And do you have experience with Battleforce boxes from previous years? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please press like and subscribe to my channel. Here is the link to my Patreon page if you're interested to support me further. And with these words, General Yanis is signing out. Stay safe out there, and bye-bye.